Before we jump into this episode, I want to invite you to join our community to help you become a better steward, scale to billions, and ultimately give more or all of it away. All I want you to do is to click the subscribe button right now. I love your support. It's incredible to see your comments, and we're just getting started. I can't wait to go on this journey with you. Thank you so much for subscribing. It means the world to me. Welcome to the Build to Billions podcast, where we guide successful entrepreneurs and investors on their journey from millions to billions. We believe that the key to scaling your wealth and compounding your life starts every single day with a mindset and practice of stewardship over ownership. Our ultimate goal is to help you scale and compound your wealth and life so you can give more or all of it away to help MVPs. I'm your host today, Brett Swartz. In each episode, we're joined by some of the world's top millionaires, billionaires, and entrepreneurs. They share their principles, values, secrets, and wisdom, providing each of us with the insights we need to reach the next level of success, faith, and impact. I'm excited about our next guest. He's out of the Southern California region. He's the CEO of Morton Wealth, and they are here to help bring and help us build and create and preserve more wealth. He serves individuals and families and business owners on either whether they're curious about alternative investments or building wealth, or basically learning how to build what's called a disciplined investment mindset. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Please welcome to the show with me, Jeff Sarti. Jeff, how are you doing?
Doing great, Brett. Nice to meet you.
Likewise. And for our listeners getting to know you for the first time, would you give us just a little bit more about your amazing background? I mean, you guys got over $2 billion under management now, 50 employees, 1,000 client relationships, and you've got a fascinating background. It'd be great to hear from you.
Yeah. I'd be happy to give you a little background. And I'll talk definitely about kind of what makes us different, but maybe just for a little bit of context, we typically are the financial quarterback in our clients' lives. So, we'll help them on their roadmap to achieve their goals, whether it's towards retirement or some other goal. And that's across a variety of things. It's helping them diversify their portfolio, doing retirement cash flow planning, tax strategies, insurance, estate strategies, you name it. That being said, again, what really makes us different is how we invest and how we think about the world. And I think we invest in a very different way. And I think the way I'd put it is we are a voice, or really an option, for what I'd call a healthy skeptic. And maybe I could define what a healthy skeptic is, but maybe I'll start, if it's okay with you, of maybe defining what's not a healthy skeptic. So for like 90% of the people, they're really happy with the status quo, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, right? They're happy with what's worked in the past, they feel should work going forward. So maybe it's a 60-40 stock bond portfolio with a little bit of commodities and real estate, et cetera. And the lion's shares of firms out there, they serve those needs well. There are plenty of excellent firms that do just that. Now, on the flip side, there's potentially 5% of the population. This is still not quite the healthy skeptic, but maybe they're more like doom and gloom, right? Maybe even mixed with a little bit of conspiracy theory in there. So they're going to be all in cash, or maybe very heavy in precious metals, and maybe shorting the market. So then there's this third category of people that I go back to what I think is the healthy skeptic that I think straddles those two groups. On the one hand, they're more optimistic, right? They're like the status quo, and they want to participate in the economy and be invested and generate healthy returns along with the growth in the economy. But then on the flip side, like the doom and gloomers, they have what, again, I'd say is a high degree of skepticism on the markets, the economy, et cetera. I'd say starting like with the stock market, I think they're very skeptical of the stock market. We, of course, invest in stocks, but we have less than most traditional managers because with our healthy skeptics, I think there's a lot of concern around the stock markets. They think it's more than anything a popularity contest, not really driven by fundamentals, element of gambling, it feels like sort of a casino type environment. So I think they're skeptical about stocks. In addition, I think they're skeptical about economic statistics. Simple example would be like inflation statistics, right? We all know that reported inflation over the last several decades is lower than actually when you go to the grocery store. And then the last point that I'd say they express some degree of skepticism, it's around policy. And this is the biggest issue and concern for us. Talking about monetary and fiscal policy, a lot of concerns around the imbalances out there. So whether it's 15 years of 0% interest rates, money printing galore, or our debt levels that are just absolutely out of control on the fiscal side. I think, again, our clients come to us, they're not economists, but they intuitively feel that there's no free lunch and there feels like there should be a cost to some of these policies. And as a result of that, they want to just build somewhat of a more resilient, diversified portfolio than you can find in traditional sort of status quo land.
So if you like this little short clip of the interview I just did, click over here to watch the full interview. And please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much, everybody.